Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Smartron. In today's video, I'm going to talk about 15 days study plan for JEE Mains examination. The most important things to do is, first of all, do intense hard work. There is no option for you to avoid hard work. If you do not want to do hard work, then I hope you really don't want to crack JEE Mains. So the next point, do not waste any time. If you are wasting your time on Facebook, WhatsApp, Snapchat, Instagram, or whatsoever may that be, watching television, chatting with friends, you are spoiling your life. The time is very limited and time is very precious. So you cannot waste any time. Wasting time can be very harmful for you. Not wasting time does not mean avoiding your sleep and saving time. Sleep is as well as very, very important, and you have to acquire adequate amount of sleep for good preparation, because the neurons in your brain have to revive after they break down for a quite long hours of hard work and long time of study. Okay. Point number 2, make a proper routine for your study. If you are not following a routine, if you are not organized, if you are not following an order, you might mess it up. So follow a proper routine. I would prefer not to follow a continuous routine for the whole week or for the whole 15 days. Follow a routine which suits you and try to make a routine every morning and plan what you need to study in that day. Try to keep all the 3 subjects every day and study them accordingly, according to your needs. I know most of the students who are giving their boards examination right now are not much prepared with their class 11th syllabus. So they need to do deep study 11th syllabus, which is quite a challenge because class 11th syllabus is quite big. So what you should do, you should sort those points or sort those chapters which are very, very important. I'll help you with that, don't worry, but still you should do your own work and you should judge which chapters are more important for you or for the examination and study accordingly, because 11th, studying each and every topic from 11th is nothing but a time waste. You are studying mostly unwanted stuffs, but if you plan and if you sort the topics which are more necessary, then you can save a lot of time and implement that time in practicing more and more MCQs, which is more important. Okay, so this was the 4th point. Do not read the unnecessary things, read only those portions which are most important and you need to revise the most. So this point is very important. You should know yourself that which topics are weak for you and which topics you need to revise more and more, and spend equal time for mathematics, physics and chemistry. And this would sound bad, but I have to say that if you have not practiced mathematics throughout these 2 years, then you might face a lot of trouble, because mathematics cannot be done in 15 days if you do not have quite good amount of practice. But if you are good with a good practice throughout these 2 years, then you can follow some special tricks which will help you in preparing for your examination. Well, moving on, study from notes and not from heavy books. Most of the students have tendency that if they are going to crack a competitive examination, they have to study from heavy books. But no, do not study from heavy books. Keep those books aside. Do not touch them even in these 15 days. Study from the notes given by your teachers or from anywhere you have got from your school or wheresoever, and do not mess it up reading heavy books. Next point is, be thorough with your NCERT. NCERT is very important because CBSE controls this examination and monitors this examination. Hence, all the questions which they will frame will be based on NCERT. There will be hardly any question which will be out of NCERT. So this is very important. Be thorough with your NCERT. Read NCERT very thoroughly, line by line, but do not waste your time reading unwanted stuffs. I repeat all the time that do not read unwanted stuff. Moving on to the next point, try to practice at least 100 MCQs every day. So this is very important. I know you have to do a lot of time management, and it's not actually time management, you have to manage your work. So practicing MCQ is very, very important. If you're not practicing MCQs, you might face a lot of trouble while answering your questions in the main examination hall. A very important point, that is, read a previous year question paper every day. I repeat, read a previous year question paper. Do not try to solve it. Just read each and every questions. Read all the 180 questions that you will need to write. Do not try to solve them. Only read those question papers before you go to sleep. Do not waste your time in doing that work, but this will actually help you when you will do it for at least 3 to 5 days, when you are quite well known to the pattern of the examination, when you know what you need to answer. At that time you will really understand that which topics you really need to study. But if you do not do this, you will mess it up. So I hope you will understand and follow what I say. Okay, never lose hope. This is also a very important point. Never ever lose hope. Whatsoever anybody says that you are incompetent, just give him a damn. Just avoid him. Do not think whatsoever he or she speaks, whether it is your mom, your dad, your teacher, your friend, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whosoever may that be. Do not pay any attention to any kind of demotivation. Keep one thing in your mind, that you can do it. Any person who is cracking JEE Mains and have cracked JEE Mains in previous years is nowhere different from you, and you have the same potentials as that person has. It's all about planning and arranging yourselves in a proper order. So do not get demotivated and do not get distracted. I would rather suggest you to shut your cell phone for the next 15 days. Do not touch your cell phone or your computer or a laptop or anything like that for the next 15 days, because these 15 days are going to prove to be the most important 15 days of your life. Even if you think that you cannot crack JEE, I will assure you that if you follow a proper order, if you are properly organized, and if you can do it very properly and go and give the JEE Mains examination, I assure you, these 15 days will change your life. These 15 days will give you a good rank in JEE Mains. These 15 days will give you a good career opportunity, a good placement in a good engineering college. So do not lose hope, do not get distracted, do not waste time, and keep working hard, keep studying hard. Okay, and the very, very, very important point, that is, take adequate amount of sleep and healthy diet. So these two things are very important for you, because you will be studying for long hours, around 12 to 14 hours. Even there are students who will be studying for 18 hours a day even. So for them, I would suggest that do not compromise with your sleep. Take adequate amount of sleep. At least 6 hours of sleep are very important. And try and work in the morning, because there is no such theory that you have to study in the morning. Any time you study is same, but the reason I suggest you to study in the morning, that is, you get a plenty of self time. There is nobody to disturb you, not your dad, not your mom. Nobody is interfering in your self time. You can give yourself your own time and you can proceed accordingly. So try to wake up as early as possible, around 5:30 to 6 o'clock, and start working. But please keep in mind, you should take adequate amount of sleep. Your sleep is very, very important. You have to sleep for minimum 6 hours, because the basic reason for sleeping for 6 hours is, as you will be studying for around 12 to 14 hours, your brain is going to take a lot of stress. The neurons are going to get damaged. So you have to give your neurons to act properly. The synapse should work properly. If you're not taking adequate amount of sleep, if your brain is not resting, then those synapses will not recover, and that will lead to loss of memory. Whatsoever you will read, you will not be able to retain that in your mind. Another tip I would like to give you, try to work in 2 hours of sessions and take 10 to 15 minutes of break in between those 2 hours of sessions. When you will come close to your examination, around 5 to 6 days prior to your examination, increase that time to 3 hours, because that will help you to cope up with the time duration of the examination, because the examination will be of 3 hours. So when you will be starting off with your 2 hours study plan, try to study for 50 minutes, take a break of 10 minutes and just think what you studied for these 50 minutes. After you have thought everything is in your mind, it is registered in your mind, I assure you will not forget those stuffs anymore in your lifetime. Then as you have taken a 10 minutes or 5 minutes of break, again your brain is back in the previous form. It is fully charged up and fully energized, and then again proceed with the next 50 minutes of work. And then again after this 50 minutes, take a break and do the same thing. And in this way, if you continue this without any disturbance, without any distraction, I assure you that you can complete the whole syllabus within these 15 days, and along with that, you can practice as much as questions as possible. So moving on, now talking about those students who are struggling with time. Yes, I can understand those people who are having biology and still want to give JEE Mains examination. It's quite difficult for them to clear the whole syllabus in 11 days. But not to worry, it's not very difficult. You can still cope up with that and crack JEE Mains very easily. So first of all, talking about those boys or girls or guys who have computer science. Guys, you are very lucky that you have got 15 days of time. So talking about the study plan, study the time into 3 parts. In these 3 parts, you will allot time according to your need. If you are not very confident enough with your class 11th, I will first of all suggest you move on with your class 11th study for the first 5 days and try to finish it off within those 5 days. Then in the next 5 days, revise your 12th and practice those 12th. And in the next 5 days, 5, 5, 5, that makes 15 days. In the final 15 days, practice as many questions as possible and combine both class 11th and class 12th portions. But one caution, do not practice a single question paper one day before your examination. If you do so, you will be puzzled, you will take up a lot of stress, and you can spoil your examination. So be relaxed, be as much relaxed as possible and go for your examination. That will help you to the utmost. Well, talking about the division of time, in these 15 days divided into 3 parts, 5, 5, 5, you will have to plan your work in 3 parts because you have 3 subjects. So divide your day into 3 parts. This is very important, and in these 3 parts you will be practicing physics, chemistry and mathematics. So first of all, in the first 5 days you have to work thoroughly with your class 11th. The topics which are most important, I'll suggest you some topics which are very important for your JEE Mains in the next video, but till then hang on and revise class 11th very thoroughly, because you have not read class 11th for this 1 year. So you have to go back in time and you have to revise everything which you have learned 1 year ago. So revise class 11th very thoroughly because it is very important. Even in chemistry, there are a lot of portions which come from class 11 syllabus. So you cannot avoid class 11 syllabus. Now, how do you plan your day? This is for each and every student, not only for computer, for biology, non-computer biology, for everybody. That Wake up in the morning, make a schedule. After making the schedule, allot equal amount of times or according to your need, how much you want to study each and every subject, physics, chemistry and mathematics. Allot your time and work on it. But do not forget to keep at least 2 to 3 hours of time for practicing MCQs. So practicing MCQs is very, very important. If you are not practicing MCQs, you are not actually getting yourself ready for your examination. So practicing MCQs is very important. I would rather tell you one trick which I personally follow. That is, first of all, open your book, read all the questions from that chapter. After you are reading those questions from that chapter, move on to the main text or move on to the content. You will be easily able to sort those topics which are important for you. And when you are revising class 12th, directly go into the questions. Do not revise. Do not go into the text or do not go into the content at first. And if at any point, if you feel that you are lagging some topics, revise those portions. But do not go deep into the syllabus because you have just cleared your examination, board examination. You are quite accustomed with your syllabus. You know what you need to study, so do accordingly. And definitely practice previous year question papers. That's very important because if you are not practicing previous year question papers, you might face a lot of trouble. Then moving on to those guys who have biology. Well, guys, you are pretty unfortunate that you are getting only 11 days of time, but not to worry. Don't get demotivated that you have less time. Well, 11 days are more than a week. And in a week, you can just turn the whole world 7 times. So in 11 days, you are turning the whole world 11 times. So cracking the JEE mains is quite a pettier job than that. So don't worry about that. Divide your time into 4 days. That is allot 4 days for your 11th revision, 3 days for your 12th revision. But as I told you that do not revise your class 12 because you have already done your class 12 just a few days back. So first of all, dive into the questions and see how much can you attempt those questions. Are you able to attempt those questions? If you cannot, then move on to the text, then move on to the content and revise those contents. But before that, focus more and more on the MCQs. It is more and more important for practicing MCQs. And in the final 4 days, as I told for the computer guys, it applies the same thing, that you have to practice a combination of 11th and 12th. You have to combine 11th and 12th and you have to practice them. And the same thing follows here, that if anything lags, if you are not able to understand a question or you are not able to answer a question, just go back to the content and read it or just recall your memory. It will help you. And as I told you, do not attempt any previous year question paper or anything 1 day before your examination. If you are doing so, you are messing it up. You will be confused, you will be puzzled, you will be stressed, and it will mess the whole situation. Be relaxed, as much relaxed as you can. Think that you know everything, but don't be overconfident. Be confident, but do not be overconfident. And go and give the examination with full courage. If any kind of demotivations comes in front of you, just give it a damn. Just give it a damn. Just do not care whosoever may that be, whatsoever he or she speaks. Well, moving on to the guys who have no computer, no biology. Well, congratulations to you guys. You have got a lot of time. 17 days, not a matter of joke. So it's quite a long time. So divide the time into 3 parts again, because you have to do 3 works. So 3 parts, that's very obvious. So 6 days, allot 6 days for your class 11th revision, 5 days for your class 12th revision, and 6 days for a combination of class 11th and class 12th. For you guys, I would suggest you to go deep into the class 11th because you are getting quite more time than any other student. So go deep into your class 11th revision. You have got an amazing opportunity to practice and revise your class 11th content. Don't worry, I am with you. I will give you more videos regarding class 11th revision. How should you plan? Which chapters are important? Which chapters you must read and study? Well, till then, you have to work hard, because Thomas Alva Edison has said that a genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. So we are here to inspire you, but all the perspiration that you have to make. So there is no option for hard work. Okay, so coming to the points, the basic points that revise your class 11th, practice as many MCQs as possible. Revise class 12th in very short, do not go into detail, and practice as many MCQs from class 12th as possible. Well, I would prefer to practice at least 100 MCQs for each and every subject. And again, previous year question paper are very important. You will be able to understand the pattern, that how the examination works and how the questions might come. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Detailed study plan for every subject will come in the next video. Till then, work hard and keep studying. Also follow us on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. If you like this video, do not forget to share this video and comment down below. So best of luck to you guys, and keep studying, keep working hard, and bang on your JEE Mains examination. Bye-bye.